Quick disclaimer, everything in this video and all of my videos are my opinion based on detailed research that I perform. That said, I would recommend doing your own research before you make up your mind. Thank you. Ever since the explosive Oprah interview aired, I've been wondering why Prince Harry has stayed with Meghan Markle and continued to support her through her attempt to destroy the reputation of the royal family. He doesn't seem particularly happy to me, and there are times that he seems downright distressed. It's been reported that Harry was surprised by some of the things Meghan revealed during the interview, including her claims of racism from the family. So if he isn't very happy and maybe feels blindsided by her at times, or even silenced, why does he stay? The obvious answer is that he has a child with her and is about to have another, and many people who've known Meghan and Harry up close have talked about how Harry almost seems hooked on Meghan. But I think there's a little more to it, because I think Harry stays with her because Meghan gives him the opportunity to play out the drama cycle with her. For those of you not familiar with the drama cycle, let me explain. It's a situation in which one person identifies themselves as the victim and accuses someone else as the perpetrator. This creates a vacuum for someone to step up as the hero in order to save the victim from the perpetrator, which is, of course, exactly what is happening when it comes to Meghan, Harry, and his family. In one of my previous videos, I had mentioned how I think Prince Harry always had this desire to save his mother, to be her hero, but of course couldn't since he was only a young boy when she passed away. And now Meghan Markle is having him play out his fantasy by playing the Diana-esque victim who he's rescuing from his monstrous family.
I think that's lovely. I would disagree. I think he saved all of us, right? He ultimately called it and was like, we've got to find a way for us, for Archie. And you made a decision that certainly saved my life.
This desire to play the hero and rescue the victim is a very attractive feeling. In fact, I find myself trying to do the same thing sometimes, which is to rush in and solve problems for the people around me regardless of whether they've asked for help or not. It's so attractive because it fuels a sense of self-importance. Look at me, I'm a protector. I protect my family.
And now I have a family to protect.
But this feeling only lasts as long as you play into the narrative of victim and perpetrator. For Harry and Meghan, the supply of perpetrators is seemingly endless. From the British press to the British people to Prince Charles cutting Harry off financially, despite him being in his late 30s, Princess Anne asking about the baby's color, or the firm locking Meghan up in a tower, to Kate making Meghan cry, which I don't believe for a second, or Prince William telling Harry to take it slowly with Meghan. But the problem with playing into the drama cycle is that your view of the world becomes very black and white, as in you're either on our side or you're our enemy. So the ultimate result is that you are very fragmented from family and friends because you're constantly perpetuating your own victim status. Now, Meghan, of course, is the queen of tossing people out of her life, from half-siblings, her father and extended family, to friends and her ex-husband, every time driving home the point that she is the victim and they are the perpetrators. And we're seeing Harry repeat the same pattern of isolating himself from his friends, his home and country, and his family. I mean, you can hardly be the defender of the ultimate victim without punishing the people who supposedly victimize her. The drama cycle is also a form of maintaining intense control in a situation that would otherwise feel very out of control. You see, when Harry and Meghan feel wronged, it feels easier to them to buy into the narrative of being wronged rather than taking any responsibility or ownership of their actions. The position of victim is a very empowering one, since it gives them the moral sanction to punish the people they feel wronged by, which is exactly what they did when they lashed out at the royal family during the Oprah interview. And in order to maintain their sense of moral superiority, Meghan and Harry keep perpetuating the drama cycle. I found it very interesting that Meghan Markle, after Prince Philip's passing, pointed out that she and Prince Philip had the most in common, since, as she put it, they were both outsiders. This not only served the purpose of drawing attention to her, but also once again reinforced the point that she is a victim. What's incredibly ridiculous, though, is that Prince Philip and Meghan Markle are nothing alike. With his death, there were so many moving tributes to an incredible man. And the most important thing that many people pointed out was that he represented the old guard, the stiff upper lip, the get-on-with-it perspective that is very much emblematic of him and Her Majesty the Queen. Those of you already familiar with Prince Philip's life will know all this, that he actually lived a harder life than we would expect. Despite being born into royalty himself as a prince of Greece and Denmark, his life was torn apart when the monarchy was deposed, and Philip and his entire family were banished. His father went off to live in the south of France with his mistress, and his mother was placed in an asylum. So Prince Philip was left without a country, without a home, and without a family. During his long marriage with Her Majesty the Queen, Prince Philip sacrificed his work for the sake of duty, leaving his career in the Navy to stand a few steps behind his wife and serve the people. And I haven't even mentioned his time serving during the war and the major difficulties he faced at court during his early married years. Through everything, Prince Philip's motto was to get on with it and make the best of it. So it is interesting that Meghan would compare herself to Prince Philip since they literally represent opposite philosophies. Now, please don't misunderstand. I'm not saying people shouldn't talk about their problems and should just bottle everything up. Not at all. People should share their issues, but not on the public stage. Not during a sit-down with Oprah, which is carefully edited to make themselves look like the righteous victims. Personal problems are just that, personal. And family issues should be resolved anywhere but on the public stage. That's what makes Prince Philip's life a successful one. Yes, he had issues, but he worked through them privately and continued to do his work, an example by which Prince William and Catherine definitely live by. William and Kate are literally antithetical to Meghan and Harry's drama cycle because they embody the empowerment cycle. This is the idea that instead of being the victim, you think of yourself as the creator, meaning that you take responsibility for your life, stop complaining about things happening to you, and recognize that you have the power to change your outcomes. The perpetrator in the situation becomes the challenger, someone who offers the creator an opportunity to evolve beyond their limitations. And the hero turns into the coach. So instead of rushing in to solve the victim's problems, the coach is someone who pushes the creator to overcome their challenges. Catherine definitely could have played the victim game, since she certainly faced her fair share of media scrutiny and struggles on her way down the aisle with Prince William. But that doesn't seem to ever be the way she looks at herself, at least not publicly. And Prince William has served as a great coach, empowering Catherine to overcome the challenges posed by entering the royal family and the incredibly harsh spotlight that comes with it. And it is this commitment to privately working through their issues that has earned William and Catherine the respect of the world, rather than the intense annoyance that more and more people feel for Harry and Meghan. So while Harry feels a sense of purpose at the idea of playing hero to Meghan the victim, I don't think it's going to bring him any sort of happiness or fulfillment in the long run. I think Prince Philip's life is such an inspiration. And as the former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott said of Prince Philip's passing, death is inevitable, but a good life is not. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Also, a big thank you to all my patrons on Patreon. I cannot tell you how grateful I am for your support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.